Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Safety Systems. Football season is here, which means it's time to upgrade your audio-video equipment. Safety Systems can build you a custom-designed system of any kind. Big screen projector, surround sound, HD, 3D technology, whatever you're looking for. Safety Systems and former VFL, or I guess he's just VFL. You wouldn't be a former VFL.
Yeah, right.
VFL J.J. Surlis is, of course, the man to call at Safety Systems. All right, let's take a look over at the Safety Systems drawing board at the moment. Chuck Cavaleris over there. Instead of just ranking the coaches in the SEC, I want to put it to you this way. Taking into account the guy's age, where they are at this point in their career, who in the SEC would you trade for Butch Jones right now? And to be honest with you, for me, there aren't a lot of guys. And when you take into consideration age, the recruiting, the history of their background in terms of their all record at all their schools, I got Butch Jones way up there. We'll see. Who do you guys put? Nick Saban? Is that kind of obvious? You take Nick Saban, despite the age?
I would take Saban.
Okay. Chuck, Saban. Yeah. Shazan, Bobby?
I would take anybody other than Butch, and the reason being because he understands UT tradition, he understands the players, and he understands the fans. Something about the University of Tennessee, he just understands it. And that's
Saban would too if he
Saban would too.
Saban would too if he was making $10 million a year to coach the
This is a
team.
little aside, but I had an opportunity to meet with Coach Jones a couple of times this off season and everything, and I asked Chris Bugnardi, his assistant. I said, Chris, what? My wife wanted me to go over there and ask him if he'd play in the Peyton Manning golf tournament. That's what I went over there for. I said, what does Coach do for, to relax? He said, coaches football. I said, no, I mean when he's just relaxing, what does he do? Recruit. and that's it. I think I'd take him over all of them.
Oh, I know, Sterling.
I mean, no question. That's my coach. That's my man. I mean, he wanted this job, John P. Think about it. All those guys on that board, had they made a step to come to UT, when this job was open, they probably had a chance to get it. Coach won this job. He took the job, and he's got the bull by the horns to get us on the right track. He's doing it.
See, what's funny, and this already happened once or twice on Twitter, you put out a question like this, and some people will take that as a negative question. I put the question in there. I think it's a positive question. If you wind up saying, well, I'd take Saban, I'd take maybe Miles there. I mean, see, I would look at that as positive. Some people say these three former Vols see it as kind of negative. What do you think? We'll stick with Jimmy and Chuck here for realism. Who would you take?
I don't think it's negative.
Okay. Who would you take over Butch Jones? Who would you trade with Butch Jones right now?
Gus Malzahn.
Malzahn, okay.
What he's done with his offense at Auburn, he's played for a national championship. He's in my opinion, right now, the best play caller in the business.
And if he could bring Muschamp as his defensive coordinator, that would be a plus. I don't know that I would go Malzahn, but I want to see a little bit more out of him. I think he's really good. Chuck, would you go Malzahn?
I'd go Malzahn. I think you also need to go with Les Miles, too. And I think that's a little bit closer, and I know he's been able to have better recruiting base where he is right now. But I think anybody who's accomplished all that he has, his winning percentage, you talk about the hat and all that, I think I would put Les Miles just a little bit above.
Okay, you would. You can put a check there. I wouldn't go Miles, personally. But you can. Go ahead, put your check there. It's all right.
If you were ranking coaches 1 to 14, I would. But if you were saying, who do you want right now? Because I think Miles may get fired a year or two.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, Miles, I think, wins a lot because of the talent he's got. Well, I think Butch Jones is putting that kind of talent.
Right.
So I think Jones can recruit against the Les Miles.
Players out of Louisiana.
Yeah, you got a guy this weekend, 3-star defensive tackle. Gary Pinkel's had a great run, but he's plus 60 as well. Mark Richt is a guy who is just solid year in and year out. He's the best ambassador for a school at any school in the league. He's just tremendous in terms of representing your school. Richt would be high on my list, but fans want national titles. He hasn't gotten one yet. I would put Richt instead of Miles, and that would be very close in terms of would I trade Jones for Richt because Jones has age on him. I think he's got that advantage. But where would you put Richt ahead of him?
I'd take Richt ahead of him.
Okay.
I would. And he's won an SEC.
You missed Spurrier by 3 spots.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention Spurrier.
Well, here's a guy I put that I think I might be the Lone Ranger on this, and I put Pinkel ahead of him.
You would take Pinkel today at 60 plus?
Yes. I look at 5 to 7 year increments.
Okay.
I wouldn't take Spurrier because of his age, but any other person up there on that board, age is not a factor to me.
Here's the thing that I'm impressed by Pinkel, and I'm also impressed with Bielema at Wisconsin. Those are two guys, like Bobby Petrino used to do. they finish top 20 maybe in recruiting, top 30. They don't have to have a top 10 class to win.
Nope.
Whereas a Les Miles, I think you give him lesser talent, I don't think he's doing what those guys have done over their
I
career
agree.
with less talent. Sterling's shaking his head.
I'm just saying. I mean, you know, all these guys ahead of my guy we got right now. No, I don't think any of them. Period. I mean, it's just look, man. These guys, they did their thing. We're on the way. Next year, this time, let's see what we say.
Well, you can go back.
Well, yeah, let's wait and see what he does.
Let's
right.
go
That's
with that.
right. Okay.
But
That's
right
And
now,
Hindsight's 2020.
And here's what's going to happen. Here's
right
what's
now
going to
it means
happen.
next year.
If they go 0-12 this year, and we're sitting here, you're going to be going, I'm going with my guy. so even if we wait and see, you're going to be back. And again, I think that's a pretty impressive list. A lot of people would argue, look at his track record, and it wouldn't be up there with only 4 or 5
I'm
guys.
not taking anything away from those guys, John P. They've done some things. They are the enemy.
But you're not
They
looking
are
at
the enemy.
So you're okay, that's good.
They the enemy, man.
Hey, John,
We
what
want-
about
we-
one name real quick that you could have had? Kevin Sumlin. We haven't even talked about him. Is he
doesn't-
still below that?
He is for me. I wouldn't trade someone for Jones personally.
Well, I wouldn't either. Not only has Jones done more than Sumlin before Sumlin got to A&M, A&M has gone from 11 wins to 9 to 8.
Yes.
And what was their
Look
score
at-
against Alabama last year? You remember
Was
that
it
game?
58-0?
Yeah, 59-0 or something.
You know, the thing is, you look at Butch Jones, the thing that sets him apart, in my view, is that he's recruiting so well when UT hasn't been thriving. Gets another top, you get a top quarterback in the nation for 2017. You get another local product who's one of the top receivers in the nation for 2017. He continues to pile up the recruits. And, you know, you don't have to be. He may well turn out to be a great chess master out there on the field. Philip Fulmer was never considered this great tactician. Won a hell of a lot of football games because he had more players than the other guy. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think Jones ranks way up there. I've seen lists all summer that have him 8th or 9th in the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think this shows you it's a different look than that. I don't buy that. So, all right, when we come back, we are going to look at Tennessee's record this year. Are they closer to 10 wins or 7 wins? Come on back.